Hey there, Dr. William Pleau here. First of all, I want to say that I do sincerely hope that you and your loved ones are staying healthy and staying safe through this crazy, unprecedented 2020, the year of COVID-19. This has been really difficult for all of us, and I just want to acknowledge that, and I hope that you're hanging in there and doing well. I have been talking with people a lot lately about mindfulness, and I thought that that would be a good topic to do a quick video on. What is mindfulness? What is the value of mindfulness? How does one practice mindfulness? Mindfulness, one of the best definitions that I've come across is mindfulness is paying attention on purpose to the present moment. So when you are deeply engaged in something and you're really paying attention to what you're doing and what's happening around you, that is a state of mindfulness. Often we are in a state of thinking about something else. When we're busy, we're doing something, we may be paying attention to something else. Like when you're driving. When you're driving, maybe you're singing, or maybe you're listening to the radio, or maybe you're thinking about your meal plan, or when are you going to pick up the kids, right? Other stuff is going through your head as you're driving. So when we're driving, we're often not very mindful. So what is the value of being mindful? Being able to be really present with your attention, your awareness, your consciousness, your focus in the here and now and what's happening now. What is the value of that? Well, it can be really helpful for a lot of things. I know I've seen people with diagnosed psychological conditions like anxiety, depression, ADHD, benefit from and improve by practicing mindfulness. I have seen many people who have furthered their business goals or their personal goals or their sports performance goals by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness has been a very important part of my personal practice, and every week, every month, I find myself more and more focused and more able to stick with my regular mindfulness practice, and I'm enjoying the benefits of that in terms of how I'm able to grow my business, how I'm able to do a better job in the work I do with patients. So mindfulness can have a lot of value to anyone, really. You don't have to have something wrong with you to benefit from mindfulness. It can help you be the better you, more the you that you wish you were. Mindfulness is a very important step in that process. So how does one practice mindfulness? It's not like some weird mystic Eastern spiritual thing. It's not really about that. It's not about adopting some uncomfortable posture. It's really just about paying attention. When I practice, my mindfulness practice consists of a sitting practice, a sitting meditation, and a movement meditation. And when I'm sitting, I am paying attention to my breath and I'm paying attention to my posture. And inevitably, the mind will start to wander because that's the nature of the mind. The mind, sometimes it's called the monkey mind, right? When you're not looking, it'll sneak off and start doing something crazy. And then all of a sudden you become aware that, oh, I've been following this really odd train of thought. How did I get here? How did I get to this thought? Mindfulness practice it allows you to become aware of those mental processes and pay attention and to choose whether or not to engage, follow, and pay attention to those mental processes, to the thoughts. So the practice of mindfulness is really just bringing your awareness and your attention back to some sort of thing that you can focus on. Sometimes it's called a mantra, right? When I'm practicing my mindfulness practice, when I'm sitting, my mantra is my breath and my posture. I kind of use both those things. So I bring my attention to my breath, I observe my breath, and then I find my mind wandering. And so when I become aware that my mind is wandering, I just say to myself, that's just a thought, there's nothing wrong with it, but I choose not to pay attention to it right now, and I return my attention to my breath. Or then I draw my attention to my posture, and I say, where is there tension in my body? How can I sit in a more erect, upright posture where there is less tension? And then my mind starts to wander and I find that I'm thinking about something. And I don't beat up myself and say, oh, thinking is bad. No, I just say, okay, there's a thought. Isn't that interesting? Okay, well, I am making the choice in this moment to not pay attention to that thought and to pay attention to my breath and my posture. And it's a similar practice when I'm doing a walking meditation. Sometimes when I'm walking, I'm just really paying attention to the feel of my body moving through 3D. Where's the tension pattern in my hips and my legs? Am I swinging my arms effortlessly, or am I forcing that arm swing? And I watch that closely. And then my mind starts to wander and I start to think about something. And I just remind myself gently, I'm choosing not to observe that thought right now. It's okay that that thought's happening. I'll just let it do its thing. And I'm going to pay attention to this movement, right? Mindfulness allows us to separate the mind from the attention, which is a very, very powerful thing. It allows us to, when we practice mindfulness regularly, it becomes a habit. And that allows us to be more attentive to our emotional responses in stressful situations. If you are working with a child and they're misbehaving and you're starting to get upset, if you've been practicing mindfulness, it gives you that split second, that opportunity to make a choice. I'm not going to get mad and react. I am going to respond creatively and constructively. I'm going to take a breath and figure out how I can interact with this person, this child, or whatever the situation that's stressing me out. How can I respond to it creatively and constructively in a way that's going to benefit all the people involved? That's what mindfulness can do for you. It can separate your attention, your consciousness, from the monkey mind and give you that moment of clarity, that moment of peace from which you can make more constructive decisions that support your goals, where you want to be, what you want to do with your life, and the person you want to be. So those are my thoughts on mindfulness. I hope that you find that helpful. If you have any questions, give me a call. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy.